Hello everyone, Ahmed Fraz here, and let's start our presentation with the problem statement. Omega-3 and omega-6 are essential fatty acids for monogastric animals because they cannot synthesize by themselves. And 3 plays very important role in reducing obesity, atherosclerosis, and inflammation while improving brain and vision functions. The ration normally fed to the chickens is high in N6 but low in N3 fatty acid. So nutritionists have devised different strategies to enrich the poultry meat with omega-3 fatty acid by different ingredients like flaxseed. Because flaxseed is a good source of 18 carbon and 3 fatty acid called alpha-linolenic acid. However, chickens and humans have very less efficiency to convert ALA to beneficial long-chain EPA and DHA. Moreover, feeding flax can also reduce the growth of birds due to the anti-nutritional factors. In order to combat these challenges, marine restaurant materials can act as a potential ingredient because they are a good source of EPA and DHA, as well as they have high CP and good availability of essential amino acids like methionine and lysine. We hypothesized that feeding 2 types of marine restaurant materials like deboned white fish meal and surimi byproduct to the broilers will impact live performance, carcass relative yield, muscle fatty acid composition, muscle lipids, lipid peroxidation products, and serum metabolites. In order to test the hypothesis, we used 90-day-old chickens and fed them 3 treatments. One was our control diet. In diet 1, we added 5% deboned whitefish meal, and in diet 2, 5% surimi byproduct was added. Each of the treatment was further divided into 6 replications. During the trial, body weight gain and FCR was calculated at these days. At the end of trial, samples were collected for performing lab analysis. After getting values, the effect of marine byproducts and their type effect was assessed by using one-way ANOVA. So now let's discuss the results. Effect on live performance. At day 21, diet 1 and diet 2 chickens were having higher body weight compared to the control. At day 42, diet 1 chickens were having higher body weight compared to the control, but they were not different from diet 2. Overall, FCR was lowest in diet 2. Effect on muscle omega-3 fatty acid. Our both testing diets has increased the total and long chain N3 fatty acid composition in both breast and thigh muscles. And the highest concentration of total and long chain N3 fatty acid was observed in case of diet 2. We observed no effect of diet on the moisture and cholesterol content in both breast and thigh muscles. There was no effect of crude fat on breast, but in thigh, diet 1 and diet 2 has decreased the crude fat compared to the control. Effect on carcass relative yield. There was no effect of diet on carcass relative yield like liver, gizzard, heart, fat pad, and breast and thigh muscles. Effect on blood chemistry. There was decrease in calcium by diet 2 but increase in phosphorus compared to the other dietary treatments. However, other blood parameters were not affected by dietary treatments. Effect on muscle TBARS. Testing diets has decreased the TBAR values compared to the control for breast, but TBAR values were not affected by dietary treatments in case of thigh muscles. So from these results, we can conclude that feeding marine byproducts to the broilers can act as an alternative and sustainable approach to enhance the N3 fatty acid consumption of humans without changing their normal diet habits. The current consumption of EPA and DHA in Western people is 250 mg, but the recommended consumption is 650 mg, so there is a deficiency of 400 mg. By consuming 100 g of thigh and 100 g of breast meat enriched with long-chain N3 fatty acid by marine byproducts can fill 31% and 25% of this deficiency. So in a nutshell, we can say that marine byproducts can act as a great functional ingredient because they can enrich poultry meat with long-chain N3 fatty acid without affecting meat quality as well as increasing the live performance. If you have any question, you can reach me via email or you can ask your particular question in PSA Annual Meeting 2020 on this date under this session. So thank you.